Okay, let's take a look at this article on abc.net out of Australia. Okay, it says that I accused Patrick of running a Ponzi scheme. So, accused him of bankruptcy fraud, illegally obtaining financial information. He did not illegally obtain financial information. He got the financial information because he was under contract with Summit. And then he used it against them as a trustee working on the other side. I did not say Patrick ran a Ponzi scheme. Kevin Patrick says that Summit ran a Ponzi scheme, but the articles about Umpqua Bank and other articles suggest there was no Ponzi scheme. So this is inaccurate. Okay, not surprisingly, both Patrick and Obsidian sued. Kevin Patrick is Obsidian. He's one of two owners, okay? So that just did not happen. And he is a thug, he is a thief, and he is a liar. And you spelled capitalization wrong, okay? So you're making fun of me for capitalizing, but your grammar is, incorrect. Do I sound angry? I'm not. I'm just unhinged. Okay. Let's see. The judge ruled it was defamatory because Cox's opinions, which might otherwise be protected, were presented as facts. Yeah, they weren't facts on obsidianfinancesucks.com, but they're facts on bankruptcycorruption.com. Go figure. The name of the blog matters? Cox, defending herself, claimed that her allegations were true. Did I? Or were you there? Did you see my documents? Or did I claim that here's the information of why I believe it to be true? She had a confidential inside source. Okay. Regurgitating this is not true. I did not have a confidential inside source. If you research the story as a real investigative journalist, you would see that up until a few days ago, up until the trial day actually, there was depositions where David Amon videotaped an investigative blogger, bankruptcy whistleblower, Stephanie DeYoung, and asked about me. This was in August of '09. Everybody knew that the blog and the documents were not of a confidential source, okay? The Seattle Weekly posted that I had a confidential source. I did not have a confidential source. Please go to YouTube and see my whistleblower media site and see me talking about this. Okay, but as a journalist, she could refuse to reveal their identity under Oregon Shield Law. Never happened, folks. That never happened. I did not use the Shield Law that way. Okay, I want to be media because the retraction law should apply to me. He is a public figure, it is a public concern, and they have to prove actual malice. Everybody's running with the Shield Law because it benefits them, but I did not say this, okay? Just didn't happen. Okay, the record fails to show that she's affiliated with a newspaper, magazine, periodical, book, pamphlet, news service, wire service. Okay, note that I have written a book. I have ISBN numbers for that. I've definitely written pamphlets. News service, well, whatever you define a news service as. But a wire service, if you Google the definition of that, it is the internet. Okay, Google it. News or feature syndication, broadcast station or network. Okay, cable, then I'm not entitled to the protection. Okay. Isn't a journalist because she doesn't work for a traditional media outlet. Okay, this is where it goes into, I guess, his commentary. And then it goes into some cases about it. So I appreciate this, and I do want to help all bloggers, but I also want to point out that this information is not right. And I'm not going to obviously send you a cease and desist or even ask for a retraction. But people have kind of run amok with the story, so I'm just kind of clearing up some of the facts. Okay. Let's see, this is just talking about some other parts of the story. Okay, and then of course, what's going around apparently. It's interesting to read things about myself. In any event, she may have to reveal her confidential source to prove her claims are true. All right, well, why don't the world prove it? Millions of people have seen the post now. Why don't you CPAs and bankruptcy experts look at the post and tell me if it's true or not? Why don't you look at all the documents and see if it's true? Okay, I did not have a secret source. I provided over 500 documents that showed him how I come up with that. I used tax code. I'm familiar with 1031 exchange. I come up with those numbers and I showed them how I come up with those numbers. I did not have a secret source. Let's see, Crystal Cox plans to appeal the decision. I suspect a decent lawyer could help her come up with the proof. that the court requires. Yeah, I suppose, except for the court already rejected it, so I don't know how they're going to pull that off. Let's see. She will continue to represent herself. Did I say that? I think that, attorneys need to contact me to represent me because at this point, I am pro se. I haven't made a full decision on all of this, and I don't believe you guys have called me, so I guess you're not legally defined as media because you haven't called both sides. Let's see. Her explanation, why, is in the Seattle Weekly. Comment of the day. Right, and when you go to that comment of the day, hopefully they didn't delete my comment, okay, because they took one of, yes, my comments and they put it up in lights, and then I commented to my comment. So, check that out. Also go to Whistleblower Media on YouTube for more information right from the blogger's mouth.